Pinuna ng netizens ang pagtayo ng isang resort sa sikat na Chocolate Hills sa Bohol na idineklarang protected area. Pinaimbestigahan na ito ng Sangguniang Panlalawigan ng Bohol pati ng Senate Tourism Committee.
Our broadcast tonight, Philippine congressional leaders urged senators to take their cue from President Marcos Jr. after he voiced support for amending only the Constitution's economic provisions. But progressive House lawmakers suspect its political provisions could also be changed.
Why do some social issues capture the public's attention while others remain unnoticed? For instance, in a 2022 international assessment, the Philippines ranked near the bottom in reading, mathematics, and science among 81 countries. But despite the gravity of this issue, it doesn't always receive the attention it deserves. So why is that? Consider another example, the Philippine salt industry. With the country importing over 90% of its salt and projections showing an increase in demand, one would expect this to be a pressing issue, especially that the country has among the longest shorelines in the world. Yet, it doesn't garner as much attention as, say, the controversy surrounding the Chocolate Hills. Why are some social problems often framed as a result of poor individual choices? This perspective places the blame squarely on the individual, suggesting that personal decisions are the primary cause of the issue. Smoking, for example, is frequently seen as a matter of individual choice, with smokers often stigmatized for their lack of willpower or discipline. Similarly, why are some issues blamed on harmful business practices or inadequate government regulations? In the case of smoking, for example, campaigns reveal how the tobacco industry targets individuals, particularly young people, through advertising and marketing strategies. They highlight the addictive nature of nicotine, framing smoking as a health issue that requires support and treatment, not just personal resolve. The answer: they are a result of public will campaigns. The varying level of attention received by social issues can be attributed to the effectiveness of public will campaigns in navigating key elements to resonate with the public and sway policymakers. These campaigns not only highlight issues but also influence their perception and prioritization within society. This underscores the significance of strategic communication and mobilization in driving social change. The main goal of public will campaigns is to elevate the status of social issue by moving it from a low-profile position on the public agenda to a higher-profile spot on the policy agenda. We can attract attention, resources, and support needed for action and resolution. These campaigns can directly influence policymakers or work indirectly by mobilizing key groups, such as communities or stakeholders, to take political action. The idea is to create a groundswell of support that policymakers cannot ignore. An example from our own backyard is the anti-smoking campaign in the Philippines. This campaign led to significant legislative changes and a decline in smoking prevalence, showcasing the power of public will in driving social change. The approach included public education, cessation programs, and strict enforcement of smoking bans. The success of public will campaigns can be attributed to several factors, including strategic framing, media coverage, networking, community engagement, and the socio-political context. These elements work together to elevate the visibility and urgency of social issues. How social issues framed can significantly impact its visibility and perceived urgency. Effective public will campaigns craft compelling narratives that resonate with people's emotions, values, and experiences. By doing so, they not only raise awareness but also foster a sense of personal connection and responsibility towards the issue. For instance, the campaign against the jeepney phase out gained traction by appealing to tradition and Filipino heritage, demonstrating the importance of crafting narratives that resonate with people's values and experiences. Media plays a pivotal role in amplifying the impact of public will campaigns. Issues that capture media attention through storytelling and visuals are more likely to dominate public discourse. Public will campaigns that successfully leverage partnerships with influential organizations, personalities, and leaders tend to amplify their message more effectively. These alliances can lend credibility, resources, and a broader platform for the campaign, making it more difficult for policymakers and the public to ignore. Issues that directly engage and mobilize communities, especially those directly affected, tend to garner more attention. Community led initiatives and grassroots movements bring personal stories to the forefront, making social issues more tangible and pressing to the wider public and policymakers. The broader sociopolitical environment plays a crucial role in determining which issues gain traction. Social issues that align with or catalyze current political debates, public sentiments, or movements are more likely to receive attention. For instance, public will campaigns around rural poverty have gained momentum in contexts where there is a wider societal reckoning with issues of landlessness and inequality. In conclusion, the attention received by social issues is not random. It's the result of strategic efforts by public will campaigns to connect with the public and influence policymakers. These campaigns demonstrate the power of communication and mobilization in effecting social change.